Excuse me, please don't say I transformed into Chibli for making a reference to the yeah, yeah, yes. Pretty sure Maps legit came out when Chibli was 5 years old. I was listening to Fever to Tell, not right when it came out because I didn't live in New York City, but like a year later, okay? I didn't have to wait for Rock Band 1 to come out and go. Some of us were listening to Y Control when a friend file shared it to us on MSN Messenger. You don't know anything about that. Okay, this is a heinous start. This is a horrendous start. This is almost concede level starting. I think you have to go beach ball, man. This is ranked, by the way. This is not your granddad's game. I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say you go Lang Jean, but I don't think you go Lang Jean because it's fucking bronze. I think Cannon gives you a chance. It gives you a chance. And dock lines are aquatic. We want it for the future. And then... cooldown reduction, maybe. I don't know. It's tough, though. You could get Long John from the bees. Bro, it's not... A bronze Lang Jean is non-meritus. You haste 2. So you're going to haste yourself and another aquatic. That's not so bad if we could get like an aquatic weapon, like the shark claws, for example. Looking? Anybody else in chat looking right now? Three wins incoming? I'd be happy with 1 right now. Don't hit me again. Don't hit me again. Okay, we make those. I want cooldown reduction. Or when you slow a random weapon, can I even get that? What the fuck is this, man? Lifesteal Fang? I can't do shit with that. You do slow, which is nice. No chance I get a level either. Okay.
You're huge.
Oh, okay, that's good. This actually changes the game, man. I need the powder horn as well. Total purchase price 6. I gotta sell out to have a chance. Sorry to the dock lines. I really thought you were gonna be an important part of the process here. But I'd rather keep the silver beach ball.
I only sell things so I can buy things.
That's big, man. That's big. Move camera! Move camera! Thank you. Well, and we'll be getting 3 spare... Well, no, free monster loot. Poison and poison. That's pretty bad. Oh, man. Move the webcam to the bottom left. You need to see an ophthalmologist, not an optometrist. They got a kind of a spooky build, but our burst damage is really good. Optometrist is where you go when you need glasses. Ophthalmologist is where you go when your eyes are fucked. And I got some terrible news for you, buddy. Good start. Thank you for using the Gooner skin. It's not a Gooner skin. She's at work, okay? You appear to be confused. Upgrade your leftmost bronze tier item. I mean... Yeah, you could do something with powder horn. Versus those, yeah, sure, why not? Why not, man? Hasting yourself for no purpose, but that's okay. I'll be real with you. I don't think... Well, you know what? Give me the income. We got to play it safe here. Well, haste a weapon is really good too, but I'm a big tent city mayor type of guy. Because if you get sharpening stones, we pog. If you get dog, we pog. If you get temporary shelter, we pog. And if you get augmented weaponry, we pog. Silver cannon that actually can reload is kind of an amazing start. You're getting scrap? Fine by me, brother. It's like, that's 2 gold. It's 2 more gold than I would have had if I got nothing. Probably.
See that plank?
Dog! I don't even know if that's really what we're looking for, but it's not nothing. How about an aquatic friend, man? That's exactly what we wanted. It's not the best board of all time, but maybe we'd... I hate to say it, brother. I think we'd probably rather buff the dog and put the dog out there than get a narwhal going sicko mode. 10 gold, let's go for it. You are a small aquatic friend. When it hastes, it gets poisoned. Clamora is also fucking sick. This is tough, man, okay? This is a tough decision. And Cove is a bank, but we don't really care. I think Silver Clam is crazy. I don't think we give a shit about the catfish.
You are enough, friend. But I'm glad you bought this.
So I'm gonna buy it and probably sell it. Richard Nixon Dooley. Great name. When we level up, the beach ball goes out. It hastes the Clamora. Yeah.
We're out to dethrone a king.
He loves the Clamora every run. You'd be amazed at the number of runs I've recorded that you have not seen that do not have Clamoras, man. You would be stunned. It would, your mind would crack open like a chestnut. 1 slow every 6 seconds. Do you know how to read? It's 2 slows every 9 seconds, bro. Amazing. Every part of what you just said is wrong. Gold raise on day 2. It's just, listen, if you're queuing ranked and you get mad at dualies, it's on you. Now, I've been there myself, so I get it, but like, you gotta know what you're getting into. Your leftmost bronze tier item. I feel like I don't give a shit about that, man. Sharpening stones would be nice. Crit chance of damage is something, but I think I'm going 3 citrus or coconut for the dog buffs, man. Small non-weapon. We don't really care about smalls. You guys see my Clamora NFT, by the way? Shield 10 for every aquatic. Might hold for now. Listen, bud. You can give me a flaming cutlass. We are flaming cutlass. Listen. Flaming cutlass. Fuckface. You know what I'm talking about? Les Grossman. You guys can't handle Tropic Thunder. I saw Tropic Thunder on coolmovies.net. You wouldn't know shit about that. Silver items is good, don't get me wrong, but like it's the dog's world and we're just living in it, bro. I'm on my 4th cappuccino, send help. Don't watch stream on vacation. Go live your life, man. Holy cow. Somebody check and see if Meatloaf and Cat is okay. The worst part is I know them. I don't think they're being facetious. Yeah, we hold here. I don't know if we win, but we hold.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
I didn't do anything wrong. You have a Destiny badge next to your avatar. You want to try again? Get him? I'm just... Oh, it's arcane. You're right. That's... Sorry.
Waiting to be
Me deciding if I'm going to go in on a different media property I've never had any experience with at all. This gains haste, give it 1 poison. It probably clears you, at least, but... Sales are always good, man. I'm not building around the bronze catfish. I think you take a friend you can sell. I don't think it's a poison build, man. I think it's a... I think you hold... You're a bronze. There's synergy, but I just think 41 every 5 seconds probably clears any kind of setup we could have had here. Was Meatloafing Kent? Are you the same person who was saying that Cosmic Crisps are an inferior apple? Or you were saying like you've never eaten an apple in your life or something because they're too big? There was something like that. I remember I could go into the user history and figure it out, but you're a certified bait poster for sure. I mean, we want small items to sell. Medium items could upgrade, but it's fairly unlikely. I'm going to say we get a small friend, sell them, recognize the crit chance, yes, but by doing so, we get more money to use at a future shop, and I'm not talking about Best Buy. Retiree is like a healer. Let's go Outlands Dervish. Apples sometimes are too big. You ever think about what your ancestors went through to ensure that you would exist in the present day? And then the way you honor them is by typing shit like apples are sometimes too big?
Pathetic. As spineless as a jellyfish.
Cowering at fruit that you didn't even pick off a tree. Exactly. You got it from the grocery store, man. Scared of a little apple. Do for slow skills, it's perfect. First time you use a large item, that won't be happening. First time you slow freeze. Oh, the regen is interesting, but freezing for 4 seconds is disgusting, man. Ammo skills. +1 max ammo. If you have 1 weapon, give it 5 max ammo. First time you use an item, or every time you use an item with ammo, give it 5% crit chance. Burn 2 is not... I'm not loving that, to be honest. I'll take the crit chance scaling. John Lamb, 82.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun. You should know.
Does dog count as a weapon? It does. It does, I'm afraid. Okay, this is a real build, man. Trebuchet's a real build. They got way more max HP. Could use some juicy slows, please. Some juicy crits, some juicy slows. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Hold, we're dead. Two extracts, 3 loot, 2 sharpening stones. I think it's definitely gonna be 2 sharpening stones. Is this a lizard brain game? You might not be asked. Well, no, listen, what I was gonna say is this is not fair to you. But because of all the people coming into chat being like, this looks like a slot machine, this looks like Hearthstone, I was immediately defensive. But then the way you wrote it completely validates what I was originally going to say, which is like, you don't have to talk about games, you can just play them. You don't have to go to GIJoe.com to figure out what the best G.I. Joe is to buy. You could just go to like the toy store and like be like, that one looks cool, he's in the Navy or whatever. That resonates with me, and I don't even know why. First time you crit freeze an item for 3 seconds. You ever think about how Channing Tatum is so glazed? We don't even mention the fact that he was in 2 G.I. Joe movies. Good for him, by the way. Good for him. I think we go crit chance growing.
You've come a long way, Lady Corsina.
Who watched those? I'm not proud to admit I saw the first G.I. Joe in theaters because I was ingratiating myself with a new friend group. This is like 2008 or 2009. And they were like, we all want to go see G.I. Joe. In my head, I was like, I know it's going to be fucking ass, but I went just to be social. And then after, on the bright side, after the movie, they were all like, well, that was ass. And I was like, oh, who would have thought? Sometimes you got to, man. Sometimes you got to take the hit on that one. Should we care that he was in them? All I'm saying is and it's good that it's not fair, because I like Channing Tatum and I don't care for The Rock. But if The Rock was in G.I. Joe, we would never let him live it down. We'd be like, yeah, buddy, keep talking. Nobody's going to forget that you were in G.I. Joe. Honestly, I'd love the XP, but I feel like I need to get this dog going.
Huge items. Priced on behalf of the Grand Society of blah blah blah. Bye. I'll take it. I guess.
Second G.I. Joe movie is great.
Buy from Bark.
I can't confirm or deny that, but it's hard to believe. That is hard to believe. Jason items have plus 50. Okay, it's gotta be. And it's gotta.
Must be a hold in my.
I can't afford it. Okay, you're gone.
Fine.
I have the ball just to haste the clamora.
Yes, I made
Now, whether or not that makes any sense at all, it's for the Melvins to decide. Fair enough. We're gonna get our ass beat by this Ridley, I'm pretty sure. Ridley? By this Dooley? Not the best freeze, but it's a freeze we didn't have before. Wait, whoa, dude! I'll take it! I'll take it!
Bravery without
Huge win.
is a sword without a blade.
Upgrade your leftmost silver item. It's gotta be dog. Dog scales. Top tier item.
Now this will inspire the crew.
Now, am I pogging? It's a salient question, because if we're pogging, we go risky. That's exactly the guy you want to fight when you're just looking for experience, man. You know, you raise a good point. Maybe you want the musket next to the sextant instead of the cannon. That way we'd get more guaranteed haste. But then we're putting 15% crit chance on something that has 108. No. That's
spineless as a
why did I believe what you said at first? Now the bean's above the frank. Now you're speaking my language. I think we just want a small weapon. Something to sell. A soul to squeeze, man. Always Golem. I got some heuristics in my head. You always fight Golem? I don't know if that's the... Maybe that's a bad heuristic. I'm not going to repeat it because then it's going to end up in my head. How do you keep up with chat? You just read the messages that make you angry. It's that easy.
It's over already.
A
We
grenade.
barely got our flags up.
At least it's small. Gold is good, but chocolate bars are the tech, because it's a huge damage bonus for our dog. We've gotten blessed upgrades too, man. Upgrade your leftmost silver tier. Sharpening stone's really good, but I feel like as Vanessa, almost clicked on the wrong one. As Vanessa, you lean into your burst damage, man. So you get the big bursters and the scalers upgraded quick. That's one man's opinion, but okay. Little scared by Ball of Drago, but if I get to 4, I'm chilling.
Underestimate.
A rank ticket for a chest is a good trade at my level. I don't even know what I would have wanted to freeze, but I don't think it was that. Here it comes. Here it comes, boys. I mean, the dually, again, if you're going to play ranked, you can't get mad at dualies. But
Less
that being
blunder,
said,
more plunder.
am I a little annoyed? Yeah, for sure. A little bit. Not much you can do about that one. That's what I repeat to myself. That's my mantra of power every time I see a dually. Save your money, man. Every time I see a dually, I just think to myself, don't worry about it. If you see a Vanessa or a pig and you lose, then you can be like, oh, what happened? But when you lose to a dually, and you're going to say, what if they're not running the meta build? They literally always are. So don't even worry about it. Dually, you have to burst him down. Yeah, but here's the thing. There's like a little rock, paper, scissors, right? Dually's like the mid-range. Pig is the long fights, and then Vanessa's the burster. But Dually bursts better than Vanessa right now. Like, you can, in the first couple of days, I think Vanessa has an advantage. But after that, like, you can hit them for like 500. But if they don't die from the first 500, they've put 1,000 poison on you by the time your weapon gets off cooldown. Like, it's in a very scuffed state right now. Unranked is in a better spot, I'll admit. Who's 10? Who's 200? 200 health is a little much for a guy like me. Give me the citrus or the coconuts. Good skills.
Tell you your weakness. That's for me to sell to your enemies.
3% crit chance. When you have less health, gain more crit chance. Charge your items a second. I'll take a flat plus 6% crit chance. Your hatred for Dually is amusing. What did I click on, man? I meant to click on risky. Why are you talking like Count Dooku, man? You're talking like a Sith Lord on Twitch. What do you mean my hatred for Dually is amusing? What happened to Hyper Hopper? I was gonna at them today and call them annoying. So they were here, so don't worry. They're still around. That's a huge dub. Dually mains are dramatic, man.
Land legs make you predictable.
They're here and they're still annoying. Well, I don't know why, like, I get why they're annoying to me. It's a little insane that they're annoying to you. They're annoying to me because, like, they're like, I'll be talking about having like a sandwich for lunch and then they'll be like, the bread's too toasted. But for you, shouldn't that be something that, like, it's good for you because it instigates a little bit? Challenge run. Don't take chocolate or gumballs. Get to 10 wins. Okay, fucking Magnus Carlsen, challenge run. Be world chess champion. You can't play E4, C4, or D4 as your opening move. What the hell are you talking about? You recognize already, we're already hindered because we're not playing Dually. And now you're out here tossing out, like, challenge runs. We're getting our ass beat by robots all the time. Knight F3, you ready scum. I don't know, it might be a based opening.
My battle
For all I know, what do I know, man?
my weapons.
I do like you. I do like you. I do like you. But I don't think you're what I was looking for small items
Go make some more
that are
stuff.
justifiable
Come back
sells.
and
Golden Grenade is kind of slick with it. 4 seconds, 120 damage. That reloads. I have to think about this. I have to jump this crevice. It is small. You're not wrong. It's small. You use another item with ammo. This reloads, and it's more than. Did I have to be concerned about ammo? You're not gonna stay. You might stay. Let's see. We got combat first. Chat level with me. What's the call here? Musket is bad. Musket has a guaranteed crit chance, which gives us 1 second of haste, which is like It's something. Cannon is weak. It's not as strong as the dog, but it's really good. Snails over musket? The hell is snails, man? You have not scammed me, and for that I'm eternally grateful. Cannon isn't scaling? Wait till you find out about grenade, buddy. The only thing that's scaling is the dog. Okay, now that's mighty interesting. It's you put it on instead of the musket. This is the thinking man's setup here. Give me the loot items. And then... You're just gone. This is where things become puzzling. Reduce... Every time you go, you reduce the cooldown by 10%. I really feel like I have to have you next to the sextant. And I have to have the dog next to the sextant. So, that was so satisfying, the way they fucking... You go here. Start you off a little faster. You definitely give ammo to the cannon, which means you might not need the powder horn. But what do you run instead? Nothing. You run nothing instead. You could remove Clamora and powder horn and run a musket. You need the sharpening stone for sure. Actually, you're kind of ass. Wait, hang on. I got too big for my britches. You leave it like this for now, because you can only go down to 1 second. But after we buff you, you're gonna go insane. Yeah. This is good. And we could buff it right here. Listen, you're gone. You're gone. You might stick. I'm not sure about you. We want as many red and blue gumballs as possible. As few yellows as possible. Move camera, please, King. I can live with the... I mean, we still get the buff off of this. I'm just... You gotta get off mobile browsing. Or you gotta hit, like, the pause button and on pause. Or, like, refresh or something. Because you're... There's nothing behind me right now. You're the one who's out, Gobby. Out of his mind.
Just taken the first step. You want to buy that? I mean, excellent choice.
4 yellows out of 10, kind of bad.
Tell everyone
you guys, you're not ready for this. I'm very much not like a vision board sort of guy.
Remember, diamonds come in small.
But when something is like in the 10th percentile of nefariousness, you absolutely can complain. But when something's in like the... like 4th decile of badness, you can't complain. Because people just get sick of hearing about it. Four yellow gumballs is like kind of bad. But it's not bad enough to be complaining about. 4th decile? I thought you guys were all math geniuses. Every time I do something in Mario Party, you guys are like, here's the reasons like that was a wrong decision. Here's the fucking... the t-test, the Fisher t-test. Now I say 4th decile, and it's associated with finance. Only DL Guiga is saying, oh my god, he's right. Never get your hopes up. Against Dooley, you never get your hopes up. There's a chance, but you don't get your hopes up. Yep. Okay, we're on lethal.
Time is an endless nap.
We want... I mean, let's see what this enchantment is. Shield effects. I feel like you just go shield dog. If it was freeze, I was going to put it on Gatling gun, but... pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
So the crew won't see me bleed.
Shield still needs so much more gas to get started, too. Or Gatling gun, I should say. Quick breakdown on why Dooley's so good. I mean, I don't have the nuance for that. He's just like, all of his builds are consistent right now. It's very easy to enable them. You don't need like rare items to make them happen. And they largely rely on building up debuffs, like damage over time. But instead of the damage over time building up slowly, it builds up at a prodigious pace that damages you like as much as a weapon damages you. And then the next second does that much damage again because of the DOT. You gotta check a skill.
Good meat. I mean, good to meet.
Medium weapons do more damage. I mean, it's, you know, that is pretty good for the Gatling gun.
Become slightly less weak.
Because you are a medium item.
Is proud.
29. But you're doing 100 every 5 seconds. 29. Well, okay, let's give it a try. Let's try it out. Against the... I don't want to make any enemies here. Let's go Oasis Guardian. Really needs to get haste early. We can't be starting it this slow, man. We can't be starting it that slow. Until you get a 10 pieces dually, this is all conjecture. No, it isn't, motherfucker.
Waste of gunpowder.
Because we play against the same 2 dually builds like every time we see a dually. What are you talking about? You can get a good look at a T-bone steak by sticking your head up a butcher's ass, but I'd rather take... Wait, probably the cow's ass now that I think about it. Mouth! Burn. You gotta... I mean, if we're gonna make this happen... You gotta do something like that. But I really don't think that's gonna get us out. We do have enough gold to maybe get an enchanted item.
Realms you cannot comprehend.
Probably not that one. Deal damage equal to poison 12. When you use an adjacent item, this gains haste. I just don't see that happening, man. Just don't see it happening. +1 multicast. Now, there's some interest here. I think... oh, you can't be frozen, slowed, or destroyed. Okay. I think you take the wheel and you dump the powder flask and the clamora. But it's very spicy. I'm going to buy the wheel... And I'm going to see who I'm going up against. First, I'm going to crash the game real quick. Clamora does freeze. You're not wrong.
Will you use this in one of your fights?
If it's not a dually, we might run a slightly different tact. It does buff the crit chance on the dog, you're not wrong, but I think like you need to be perma-hasted, basically. Why is it not in... Well, I mean, it's cheaper, at least. Hang on, the Tyrant's agents have found me, guys. This will be a good test run. I'm honored.
Okay, what?
Yeah, I don't want... Well, whatever. Let's see. Let's see.
Vanessa of House Corzina, you got grit. I respect that.
Who are... You're the bounty hunter. That makes sense. I would say this is not... I hate to say it, man. The Gatling gun is too bad to stay on the board.
It's over already.
It starts way too slow. thing is, you have to imagine upgraded. Oh, no, I think it's ass. This is a tough decision, to be honest. Because, like, you gotta think about the world that we're living in, okay? If we go up against a dually, we don't need ammo. Because one of us will be dead by the time the fight is over. If you go up against a pig, you might feel like putting the Gatling gun out there. But he probably just clears you if you don't burst him quick enough. If you go up against another Vanessa, it's just like finish the fight as soon as you can. So I think we go back to the well, man. I think we go back to what worked or was working. But I'd rather have you hasted, I think, for the burn, and then just let the crits fall where they may. But then, if we lose, then that's life. But if we win, we want an upgraded dog, because it's a path to possible success.
Inspire the crew.
The Gatling is just, it's too ass.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
If we could get it earlier, or when we had more HP, and then like buff it, that's a pretty nasty flagship for sure. Early crit would go crazy. Oh, how about another? Thank you, sir. May I have another? Oh man.
Bravery without strength is a sword
Huge.
without a blade.
Now with Diamond Dog, I mean, it's really, we're on borrowed time, because when we run up against the dually, it's probably just, we're toast, but let's give ourselves a chance. I'm going all in. Junk is like the perfect shop for a dog.
Reuse, recycle.
Is this ranked? It is. Well, I know you're surprised by that because of the fact that we did not encounter a dually in the last match. And I don't disagree, to be honest with you. It was a little surprising. Sure.
That's been sitting
Sure.
there 20 years.
Sure.
Waiting for you.
Sure. Sure.
Warms my rusty circuits.
Only
to
a
see
fool
that
would try to
final.
deceive a dog. You know what? I've heard of that. I've heard of that. This is pretty simple. If you can't beat Lord of the Waste, you're going to lose the PvP anyway. Huge. Huge. Get burned, kid.
To be a dervish is to be free. Join us.
Why do you think people care if you're playing ranked or not?
Was that even a
Changes your
battle?
expectations.
Maybe a skirmish.
Hang on. You gotta put it in your inventory for a second, but you gotta crunch the numbers on it. Does quadruple crit damage. Takes 8 seconds. That's a long time. But it can be hasted by the wheel. Quadruple crit damage. It'll do 200. And then it'll do 8. So it does 1,000 every 8 seconds. Okay. Okay. Probably would like to buff the critical chance. And then buff the dog. Little insane. Need crit on the dog. You have to choose crit or haste. I'm choosing haste on the dog. Wait, you're right. Dog does way more damage when it crits. You're totally right. You got a 34% chance. Now I'm just figuring out, do I pull you out the dang squad? Because I do want you to be hasted, but if you're not... It's fucked up. Because like 60% of the time you're going to take 8 seconds to do 200 damage, man. It also gives you 87 shield. Yeah, I know, but like the dualies put on like 100 poison a second, man. we gotta live in the real world a little bit here. Haste item sells. Okay, skills maybe keep us alive. They slow us down. Cannon's aquatic though. School's out early, huh? Just the cooldown of your aquatics. First time you slow freeze longer. When you use a friend, burn a little. Medium poison items. 1 second. Could make a difference, but I'm swinging for something bigger. Leftmost weapons better. When you use an item with ammo, give it extra crit chance. It's pretty minor, but the damage is also pretty minor.
Ooh, the keener the blade, the quicker the
A
fight.
large weapon that counters... A large weapon that takes up this spot would charge the wheel. You're kind of ass. I don't even know what you are. I've never seen anybody use you ever. Use an adjacent. It's more for like a fast building run. Is water wheel goated? Is goated when you have fast attacking options. My tennis gear arrived. Let's go, man. Let's go. You clamor right off the start? Yeah, so I get like... This takes 3 seconds to charge still. Cannonade Gatling. You're speedrunning losing. Now, we may still lose, that's for sure, but that's like the speedrun.
My fight isn't with you.
Cannonade plus Gatling goes burr? No, the fuck it doesn't. It does 70 damage every 4 seconds. Yeah, but 20 minutes in, bro. Oh, this is a strong build. Lots of HP, but it's looking bad for our intrepid hero, man. It's looking fucking horrible for our intrepid hero.
Haha! We could use you in the fight on Pelago.
Fuzzy, I'm so sorry. I have to time you out. It's getting too much. You were in Justin's chat talking in all caps. He told you to stop or you're gonna get timed out. You were in Mouth's chat talking in all caps. He said, please stop. You didn't, so he timed you out. And now, like, you're here. I'm saying it's annoying, but you're still talking in all caps. It's gotta be done, man. Slash user fuzzy dice TTV. Let me see here. 5 mod actions? Man... You got banned by Origin, unbanned by me, banned by me, unbanned by me. I think I've gotta... I mean, I've just gotta use common sense on this one, right? What do you think? This is why I would never want to be executed. What do you think, chat? There's a lot of people typing Rip Bozo. And there is one person typing an essay for some reason. What's in his chats? It's all like all caps trolling, essentially. Like even the last messages. Goodbye chat, goodbye 07. Lost anyways, I can't. Dooley Nation, don't listen to him. Here we go. I can't. Atrocious choice. That's really good. Gattling's amazing. Gattling's incredible. Gatling is the best. Gatling. I mean, oh my God. Is there any way I could just... Can I force them to just have no all caps, man?